Okay. Just cleaning up around here, and it occurred to me that maybe I should do something really quick because yesterday I talked about founder laminitis, and then I got asked questions about hoof flare. Flare in the hoof wall is an excellent question that really couldn't be answered just in a little text comment. So I wanted to, and I'm not wearing Jen's Christmas present jacket right now. So yeah, this is mine. This is my nice black jacket. Nice clean and warm black jacket that's electrically heated. So it's crap outside. It's raining. It's kind of drizzly, a little cold and stuff. But anyhow, so I'm cleaning and organizing things that I like to do when it's raining out. But okay, back to the question really quickly. There was a question that came in this morning, and just said, what's the deal with hoof walls that have a steeper angle at the coronet band compared to, look, I've already been working on something like this for something else, but where are my felts? Hang on a second. Okay. They are here. And then, okay, man, get organized before you come to the desk. Just one more thing here. Okay, answering the hoof question now. Right now, immediately. First, clean up the board. I give a lot of explanations about what hooves should look like and why they should look that way, and it's a common question, but this one's a good one. Relatively easy. I'm just cleaning off the board. It's dirty. Not dirty, it's used. I want it to be spick and span clean. Okay. Let's use blue for now. Okay, so quick explanation to that person, and I will try to link to this if you don't see this video. I'll link to it in the comment, but essentially, she'd ask, well, what's the deal with the steeper angle from the coronet band and then not so steep after? So if we were to draw a hoof here, and I'll see if I can't get this right. We'll draw two of them. I'm going to draw a line down the middle. Somewhere around the middle. It's going to be hard to see, isn't it? Yeah. A little bit hard to see. So I'll draw some really strong lines. And that works better. Okay, so less of a reflection. All right, so on one side I'm going to draw what is relatively a healthy foot. Yeah, you should see this. This felt's not working that well, but it's all right. And the leg goes up there, and that comes in there. And so that there is relatively healthy. That's not the best drawing ever, but it's pretty good. Right? Something like that. Okay. And then the question that came in is, what's the deal with the steeper angle? And this question is going to lead into the rest of the conversation. So I shall draw another one. Let's see. Let's draw it. Let's draw the coronet band first. And then we'll come under here. Hang on. That's all wet. Okay, let's draw somewhere back here. Something like that. Come all the way over to the edge. And we'll get to where The hoof looks like that, and then it goes like that. Probably a little more pointy than that. And the legs up that way. Okay, so that might be your horse. And that's might be your horse too. But this is the question. And so this area here, that is so hard to draw when looking at a camera. Anyways, this area here compared to this area there are two different angles. Two different angles. Why does it happen is the question. Why? What's with that? What's going on there? This is what is referred to as laminitis or founder. The physical description of it is flare, basic hoof flare, and it happens 90% of the time, maybe more, due to the fact that the trim is poor. And I'll show you. Let's see. Okay, so we'll take one of my. This is a decent hoof. I mean, it could be a little better, but here is a cadaver foot, and you can see the angle's pretty straight. So that's pretty good. Here is another one. Again, put it against the white, and you can see pretty good angle. And then that one's not bad. I won't take that one. This one's apart, so I'll just show you one side first. And then this one is a little different. It appears that maybe it's kind of straight. But if we look at the front, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that even. It's actually been all shaved off. And that also will be a common solution to dealing with founder or laminitis, depending on who you're talking to, what the problem is. The problem is that there is a massive amount of flare. And that flare, in turn, is causing what is essentially just the hoof capsule, so the portion of the foot that is just the wall. The wall, the sole, and the front. And this whole bit here moves. So, let's see. Okay. Here is a coffin bone. This is a bone that comes from the inside of the foot. It lives inside of here. It's not going to be very easy to show, but it's the wrong size coffin bone for this foot, but it kind of lives inside like so. Right inside of there. This is not going to work. There we go. Here's one that'll work. So it goes inside like so and fits in there. That's where the coffin bone lives. Coffin bone lives there. So then what happens is that this whole piece here, this is the sister or brother foot or the pair foot, the other side of the foot of this one. I've just done two different things. I've taken the capsule and the bones out of this one and lift this one, but I've chopped it in half. Okay. So what happens is, in the case of founder or laminitis or hoof flare, is that the movable portion of the hoof, which is the outside, which is the capsule part, this part rotates and moves and goes all over the place. It twists and all kinds of stuff. This part starts to deviate off of where it should be, because what happens is that these heels end up sort of crawling under and the toe gets longer. And so what happens is in relation to, let's take a flatter one. Here's a flatter one. I got a bunch of these here. In relation to the coffin bone, the whole thing starts to turn like that. You see, And then the coffin bone itself appears to be pointing down, but it's actually not. In relation to the skeleton, it's all the same. But in relation to this thing, it appears to be pointing down. So then you get a bottom of a foot that looks like that. Now, that's hard to see on camera, so I'm not going to bother. But this here, the question that came in and the subject that was talked about yesterday, where you've got this steep angle here of coronet band, and then you've got this weird shallow angle of wall. It's all pretty much the same thing. It is 90% poor trim, late trim, not enough trim, anything along those lines. And so I wanted to explain that really quickly and get that out of the way, especially while I'm in here sort of cleaning up. I figured it'd be a nice, fast live stream to do, and I can refer back to it later. So it was an easy one to do. But the simple answer is for this kind of thing is that it's just the hoof has to be trimmed more often, and more of it has to come off to stop the mechanical rotation and the mechanical founder that is happening. I'm looking out because I can see Gracie staring at me. I don't know if she can see me. I guess she can. Anyways, and to stop the continued effect of it, because in time, when this coffin bone starts to when the capsule continues to rotate like this, pretty soon this coffin bone starts to dive right through the sole. You got a hole in the sole, and very, very painful for the horse. So the best way to resolve it is to fix the trim, change the shape of the foot so that it can grow at the angle that you are seeing. This is the correct angle here, almost always. If you don't have this angle down to here, right here, see, this is one angle. It should stay one angle. If you have this and this is good, this is bad. Get it back to this. So you have to reduce the mechanical leverage and bring the heels back for that matter. This is not that accurate. Sorry. I mean, I'm not that great of a drawer. I could do a better job of this, but it's close. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about really quickly. I got to get back to about a billion different things. Making it quick. It's easy to record a nice live stream like this because YouTube does it all for me. Thanks, YouTube. And I don't think anybody came in for comments or I didn't see anything. Let's see. Oh, hey, David. Yeah, this is just a fast one. Nobody's here anyways. I didn't say that I'm doing something live, so you're it. You and two other people, I think. Maybe one of them is Jen. Anyway, so that's the fast version. If you guys have any questions, stick them below and I might answer it in a more in-depth video. You are definitely somebody. In another video later. But that is the basic reasoning behind why it happens. And then if I were to show you what the inside, if anybody's interested, this is what the inside of a foundered / laminitic hoof looks like. And you can see the coffin bone has been changed in shape from something for it to look like this instead of that. See? Rotten and worn away. It's in terrible shape. So that's what happens with these things. If you don't fix them over time, they end up as dead horses. So, important information. David, thank you. Actually, I was going to say in the last one, thanks for always telling everybody to thumbs up, man. It's a big deal. Every video that gets thumbs up, YouTube thinks is good. So that's nice. So I appreciate that. Anyways, I got to get going for now. I've got a cajillion little things to do and make some progress with Tana as well today. So that'll be fun. Which I'll talk about at some point soon, I hope. Lots to talk about. Really, really nice horse, as you guys have seen. She's such a sweetie. Such a sweet horse. So that's the deal on horses. Founder, I won't get off topic here. I tend to just yammer on. But that's the basics of founder, laminitis, or hoof flare. The other, say 10% or so, is actually to do with diet. Horses can get what's referred to as insulin resistant, or essentially it's the equivalent of being diabetic in a horse. Which, like humans, we also get affected. I'm not diabetic, but as humans, we get affected with our nails and our hair and all kinds of things. So horses are more susceptible to having their hooves be affected. But 90%, I believe, 90% of it really is just the trim of the foot. And somebody asked me if shoes cause it, if shoeing a horse causes it. I don't think shoeing a horse causes it. I think that as far as I've seen and experienced, it's more that the trim is trying to fit the shoe a little bit better than maybe the shoe should be fitting the proper trim of the hoof. So, but that's a really hard one. It's a big in-depth topic. I'm not going to get into that. But that's the basics. And, we're talking about angle of walls and what it means. And it's a bad one, it's a good one. So conclusion is, if you can make your horse's hoof look a little bit more like that, and not like that, where you've got an angle here and a different angle there, that would be just peachy. That's it for now. Back to work for me. So thanks for coming, everybody.